Today we are going to talk about the granting minority status for Hindu issue. Well, the issue of granting minority status for Hindu in states where their numbers have gone below other communities needs wide consultation with the state governments and the other stakeholders, the centre told the Supreme Court on Monday. Continuing to ask for more time to make up its mind, the BJP-led central government said via an affidavit that the exercise has far-reaching sociological and other ramifications across states. Though the power is vested with the centre to notify minorities, any stand taken without detailed deliberations may result in unintended complications for the country, the affidavit further said. Well, this is a U-turn because a March affidavit filed before the court had sought to shift the responsibility to the states, saying they also have the power to declare any group as a minority. For example, the Maharashtra government notified Jews as a minority community on 2016. Well, the government had then sought that an untenable and misconceived in-law petition filed by Delhi BJP leader and advocate Ashwini Upadhyay asking for the centre to take a stand on the issue be dismissed as it is not in larger public or national interest. The centre had defended the 1992 National Commission for Minorities Act and the 2004 National Commission for Minorities Educational Institutions Act. Under the NCM Act, the centre has notified only Christians, Sikhs, Muslims, Buddhists, Parsis and Jains as minorities at the national level. The NCMEA Act entitles the 6 communities notified under the NCM Act to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. But the March affidavit had been filed after the court repeatedly prodded the government and ultimately fined Rs 7,500 for delaying its response. Well, but later, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta said he had not vetted the March affidavit and sought time from the court to submit a new one. Well, this was filed on Monday, in which the centre has taken an opposite stand. Well, so what has changed? Let's take a first look at when and how the demand for granting Hindus a minority status in relevant states was raised. Going on to the petition. Well, in 2017, Ashwini Upadhyay moved the top court for minority status for Hindus and sought quashing of the central notification issued under Section 2, subclause C of the NCM Act. He also challenged the NCMEA Act. He said Jains were also added to the list in 2014, but not Hindus, despite being a minority in some states and union territories. But he was sent to the National Commission for Minorities that said only the centre can take such a call. Well, Upadhyay filed the current petition before the Supreme Court in 2020, citing the 2011 census to say Hindus are a minority in 10 union territories. Now, these union territories include Ladakh, Lakshadweep, Mizoram, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Punjab. He also cited the Supreme Court's 11-judge TMA Pai Foundation case ruling on 2002 that rejected the contentions that since Hindus were a majority in India, they could not be a religious minority in Punjab. Well, it said religious and linguistic minorities have to be considered state-wise to establish and administer the educational institutions as per the Constitution's Article 30 that deals with the rights of minorities. Upadhyay wants the centre to issue guidelines to identify minority communities at the state level to ensure that only those religious and linguistic groups which are socially, economically, politically non-dominant and numerically inferior can establish and administer the educational institutions of their choice. He contended that those from the majority communities in these states and union territories are treated as minority citizens and therefore corner undue benefits. But why does Upadhyay's petition now have far-reaching ramifications throughout the country when it was once untenable and misconceived in law? Between the two affidavits, the central government undertook a detailed intra-ministerial discussion. Experts believe that the BJP does not want to end the larger Hindu debate. Ideological parent RSS considers communities such as Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists as a part of the larger Hindu ecosystem. The RSS also does not believe in the concept of a minority, as all so-called minorities in India are descendants of Hindus. Also, if Hindu are declared a minority by a particular state, the local government might get the credit. Well, in all such debates, context is supreme and the states are part of the context. Like, for example, Muslims have minority status at the national level, but they are in the majority in Kashmir. Well, Christians are the biggest religious community in Arunachal Pradesh, but are in the majority in only 4 of the 16 districts. Well, political and social expert Anupam said one of the explanation for the center's rethink, at least in terms of its changed approach to the minority status question, could be that the BJP sense that putting the ball entirely in the state's court may not be wise. Well, on Tuesday, the top court said that it does not appreciate the change of stand by the center and that it should have taken a position after thoroughly examining the matter. Taking different stance doesn't help, said the court. Well, Assam is not a part of the list of the states and union territories submitted by Ashwini Upadhyay. But after a month ago, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma favored redefining the minority status of the religious groups district-wise. Well, this was all about the granting minority status of Hindus issues, and this issue has been growing day by day in the current time. Well, stay with us. We shall bring you more such interesting topics to talk upon. This is Aparna Sindhu reporting for iScopeMedia.